change some of their ways and things that they might be doing that's not going to help them in the long run. They can see that, you know, some of us came from the same, you know, same cloth that they came from.
Yeah, I mean, you've been there. You've been there age of one time, all of that stuff.
Yeah, most barbers came from the streets and hard life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And most of them, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be barbers and from family members that were barbers. And most people think that barbers, like I said, make a lot of money.
Right.
Because they see us, you know, put money in our hand.
Yeah, that big wad of money and all of that stuff.
You know, we take it out, whatever.
Well, you need to change, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And they read into that whole situation there. You know, to tell you then we got this is the biggest thing that women talk about barbers. They say all barbers are hoes.
Oh, really?
That's what they say about us.
And why they say that?
I don't know. Most women say that about us, that, you know, most barbers are hoes because we have access to females all the time.
Okay.
And one-on-one conversations all the time.
Okay.
Hey, and I tell all man, for all you brothers out there that allow your girl to come in the shop and you don't bring your own son, stop telling your girl don't come to this shop because you're insecure.
Shame on you.
Because you're insecure because the man want to look good and fly every day on his job, and your girl is noticing that.
Oh, wow.
And she hearing the conversation. Stop being insecure and bring your son to the shop so he can hear the same stories about how men supposed to act and how men should carry themselves.
Be around men.
Yeah. I see women coming here with their son, and their son sitting with their legs crossed like a female. Sitting beside them.
Get into it. Yep.
I have to tell them, right while their mother there,
right.
Hey, uncross your legs, man.
Wow.
Men don't do that.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, that's teaching. Now let me ask you this. Now you said you have to do that. What age are we talking?
It don't matter. If they older.
No, what age have you seen that you had to tell that?
7, 8.
Wow.
8 years old.
Wow.
You know?
But a lot of females say, you know, I can be the mother and the father now. Haven't you guys heard that?
I don't have to be. Yeah, it ain't nothing.
Well, but some say, and I've heard females say, I can't teach him how to be a man, though.
No.
So you talk about uncrossing your legs.
That's when we come in as men. That's what the barbershop is about. You know, we teach young men how to be men, how to carry themselves when they come in here, and they be all upset and talking all hard to their mama about how they don't want to get a haircut.
Yeah.
And they want to talk disrespectful. We step in.
Right. Okay. Good. Good.
Sure. No, you're not gonna do that in here.
Good. Okay.
You know, we're not gonna allow you to sit in here talk to your parents like that. You coming into a man environment. Know that men gonna step in.
This is how we roll. This is how we handle. Okay.
Yeah. But some of the kids that you cut, you know, you practically raise them because they be with you for a lifetime sometimes.
True.
You know?
True. You're a part of their community.
You see them go through the prom. You see them go through their little, their sports situation.
Right.
You know, you see them go through their little heartbreak. They come in with their situation with their girl. They beef in the streets with their friends, with the guys out there.
Gotcha.
Everything comes to the barbershop.
Okay, man. So we're back, man.
And loyalty is good. If you are a single female that raised a son, and you go into a barbershop where there's structure, and
talk
you get
about
good
that.
haircuts.
Yes.
Just because you like another dude in another shop and think he's cute, you don't realize what you've taken from your son. That what you can't do whenever you bring him back. Oh, I can't handle him. You need to talk to him now.
Very good. Very good.
You know what I'm saying? You need to do this, that, and the third for him because he done got too bad for me. But he was a very respectful young man before he left my shop.
Correct.
You know, because I was speaking life into him, but you took him somewhere where somebody just cut his hair and let him up out the door.
Right.
There's not a young person that come in this shop that sit down in my chair that I don't say something positive to them. If we have a conversation
Okay.
about, whatever you got going on or however your life is.
And I appreciate you saying that, because even when I came in here and we had a conversation, you was positive. Can you hold up the book just so everybody can see what we're talking about? Check it out, y'all. The Barber Shop Chronicles. And this is live, where my man is talking about it himself. And this is real life.
Real life. We done had guys that commit murders.
Oh man, okay.
Guys that been murdered. Females that has been murdered.
Okay.
People you've given their first haircut
Yeah.
to. And you wake up the next day and you see they're on the news.
He's not even here anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
That's shocking. You just saw him last week or something like that.
And if you're involved like we are, how do you think that make us feel?
Oh yeah, you lost a family
You know how many
member.
funerals that we went to at one point, not physically going to the funeral, but in your mind and your heart, you're so.
Give me a number.
And one time down here when they had this little gang situation going on, it was someone getting killed every other day. If not killed, shot. Innocent people was getting shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these people and then you go to sleep and you wake up the next day, you hoping that when you hear about it ain't somebody you know.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, so many times I done walked over to him with my phone, showing him that something, something.
Here's another one. Yeah. All right, man. Okay, let me ask you this here, because we didn't get into this earlier. I asked you about, you was talking a little bit about yourself. Tell me something about, you're a barber, been cutting for over 20 years. What about educational wise? I mean, you go to college?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that. Children, family, married?
Yeah, I went to college. I went to St. Augustine.
Okay, what was your major?
Math.
Mathematics.
Yeah.
Wow. So what? Were you engineer ever at one time?
I couldn't, but I went to the School of Math and Science at first, and then I wasn't focused, and I ended up at St. Aug.
Okay.
And St. Augustine College in Raleigh. And after that, I realized that barbering was really what I wanted to do with my life. Everything. I had dreams of having my own shop, being in a barber shop and all this type of stuff. And I kept on until I fulfilled it.
Okay. So what did you have dreams of doing with the mathematics though? 'Cause math is not an easy subject for
I
a
was
lot
just
of
good at
people.
math, and I just
numbers.
love math. And
Numbers, yeah.
Because I was so good at that age. I had a high score in math. It took me pretty much. I could right now, if I wanted to, I can get me a job as an engineer.
Okay.
But I would have to take a whole refresher course all over again.
Right, okay.
Because you don't keep none of that. I don't care. Anybody will let you. You know what I'm saying? I remember some of the formulas, but math was something to fall back on. I came from a family where all my whole family was school teachers. My mother was a school teacher.
Wow, the old school. So
Yeah,
you
all
learned
my sisters were school teachers.
how to think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the pattern that we came from.
All right. Now, where's your family background from? Where are you from? The South?
Yeah, the South.
What part of the South?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. And what about up in Philly? You talk about some up there?
Yeah,
or?
my mother moved to New York. I ended in Philly. I was doing too much as a child, getting in trouble and stuff.
Okay. So you were in New York too?
Yeah, I was originally from New York.
Until what age?
I stayed in New York until maybe I was 9.
Okay. So you got a good indoctrination up in New York.
Yeah, then I went to, but I kept going back though. I lived back and forth. Cause my mother lived in New York and my uncle lived in Philly.
Okay.
My mother moved to North Carolina, but I stayed with my uncle and then eventually I moved to North Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So a family full of teachers, educators. That's huge. That's huge, man.
Yeah.
So they say the barber shop today is not like it used to be 30, 40 years ago. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Especially in the black community.
Yeah, because back in, I could say, because I've been cutting a long time, it was more about the community. It was more about, people in the neighborhood. And now, barbering is now, man, it's so, how can I say, commercialized, where they do too much, like they do a whole lot of enhancements, like the game is really, you got to really know your craft, or, you know what I'm saying,
right,
move
right.
to another level. Because
skincare and things like that.
Yeah, it's more.
It's like a spa in
Right.
some places. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the spa, right?
Yeah.
Now is that bad?
It's a good thing. It elevates the money. You make it more now. When I first started cutting hair in Jacksonville, where it was military. When I got out of school, I cut military. And the haircut was $5, $6 for a black person, because our hair is different.
Right, straight and curly and all of that.
Straight hair is easier to cut.
Right, okay.
It might seem like it's be harder, but it's not.
Okay.
Our hair is it's harder to cut than it is to cut ivory hair.
Gotcha.
But when I first got out of school, that's what I was doing. I was cutting in the military haircuts, and it was the feel of barbering wasn't there. It was like a barber assembly line where five people would come in to get haircuts. They would get haircuts less than, so every 5 to 10 minutes you making $5 to $6. Add it up.
Okay.
It didn't seem like much money.
Right.
It was hard work and it was a lot of work.
Okay.
And they do the same thing, but now they get more money for a haircut. But that's why I tell you about barbering. What makes me a barber, that I realized that wasn't enough skill there. I wasn't really enjoying my craft.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't enjoying the chance to get and have a conversation with a person.
Gotcha.
From another, walk in life.
So it was a disconnect there then.
Yeah, it really was a disconnect, because it wasn't about what barbering was about. You sit down and somebody you talk to, you ask them how their day is.
Yeah.
How everything going. You never know what's going to happen in that conversation or what's going to be said. But you might help someone, and they might even help you.
True.
You learn something from your customers too.
Right.
Be it a child or a female or a male, it don't matter. There's always somebody way to learn, but you gotta have an open mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I learned a lot, like I said, about people in this craft right here. And I got a lot of resources out of here. Like, what I also do is, like, say if you come in, I talk to you, see what you got going on.
Right.
You might have a business, your own businesses and whatever. So what I take a card, just in case I run into a young man or something that might need a job.
Absolutely.
And I have connected a lot of young people to jobs from behind this chair.
Good. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the things you're supposed to do. You owe that to your community as a barber, to do that.
Right.
Because your community come together and, to make sure that you have money in your pocket, because they can also go to other barbershops, but they come to you for some
True.
odd reason.
True that.
You know, it ain't always, everybody don't care about a haircut like a, you know, a fancy
Right,
haircut. Some
right.
people just want the hair off their head.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I said that myself, and that is this here. When people do things for you, and I normally tell young people this and older people, saying thank you is good. You should do that. But you say a bigger thank you by when you help somebody else or when you invest right back into that person.
Right.
You don't just take, you know, the money, the connection or anything like that and walk away and say I did everything by myself, which is not true, not realizing if it wasn't for this connection, I wouldn't be able to maybe walk into this opportunity that I have.
That's right. Yep. That is very true. And giving someone an opportunity, you know.
Oh, absolutely. You pay
That's
it
the key
forward.
to it, you know. Each one teach one, help each other
Right.
as we go.
Keep invested into the community
Yeah.
and not, you know,
And-
even if you do move away, you still invest into the community. You don't leave it to the streets and the dogs to go down.
Yeah. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? You guaranteed a job. And with today's society, if you got felonies and stuff like that, you can't get a job. But
Tell them about it. Everybody don't know
this
that.
here, you can.
They don't know that. Everybody don't
And you
know
work
that.
for yourself.
Some young people think that that's cool to go to jail.
Yeah, they think that.
Right.
But
They
it's not.
enslave on the system. The system make money you in jail.
They know.
Then they make sure they don't want you to have money when you get out of jail.
They know.
They know?
Because I done seen so many of them in jail. So many of them go. I done seen people do stuff that I wouldn't even imagine them doing.
Sure. Hold that thought. We're gonna come back.